Um, just put little man to sleep. Figured I'd share my thoughts on what's happened the last 48 hours. I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. I believe protesting is a tool. I believe protesting is one step, but we can't just let it stop there. We protested before. We marched. We've come together in mass numbers, but we gotta do something to grab their attention. We got to do something to make them. Um, we got to make them recognize our struggle and how serious we are about making them feel our struggle. Right now, Black Lives Matters to us, and we can say it all day long, but the people we're saying it to don't. They clearly don't agree. I mean, it's they don't agree, and they don't plan to change their thinking on the situation because they've. We actually have to tell them that Black Lives Matter. This is a mentality that you can't coax into being changed. You can't coax somebody who doesn't think Black life is important into seeing your side of things peacefully. There has to be there has to be violent upheaval to their comfort zone. And I'm not talking about, like riots, or I'm not talking about, just let's go shoot folks or nothing like that. I'm not saying do anything violent. What I'm saying is violent upheaval to their comfort zone, like drastic shock. Like, the America moves on money. When the bottom line is threatened, things change. It's always been that way. Civil War was largely about money. Um, the Emancipation Proclamation was about crippling the South and taking their labor. The Civil Rights Act, a lot of that had to do with the fact that the South was losing a lot of money because of these protests. Business was being affected, commerce was being affected. White business owners were like, wait a minute, these jokers ain't spending no more. Like a lot of things have come to pass because we've taken our dollar back, and we need to do that again. I'm talking about from the most influential African Americans to the least of us. We need to come together and whatever way we can affect mass change. It won't be alone. Whatever way we can do it, it won't be one person doing it. I don't care if Cam Newton and LeBron decide to, and it would be great if they did. If they did decide to not play, a la the Missouri football team who decided that until things changed on their campus, they weren't going to play football, and things changed immediately. If or at least things were addressed immediately. If LeBron, Cam, you know, you know, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, Antonio Brown, Von Miller, Odell Beckham, if these type of people were to come together with us and say we're going to not allow you to profit off of us anymore until you start uh, being aware of how this country is treating us as a people, we won't allow you to profit or benefit off us. I think that's a fair stance to take. I don't think that's asking too much. So, my belief, and I'm going to sum it up, is that we can protest all day long. We can pray all day long. I'm all for prayer. I'm all for, coming together and protesting. I'm all for it. But unless we get the people who affect change and cause change to take place to feel our plight, nothing will happen. All it takes for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. And until the pain of change is greater than the pain of staying the same, change will not happen. Unless it becomes more painful to stay how we are than it is for them to help us change how things are, things will not change. Make no mistake, it is a us and a them. It's not a we. It's a us and a them. Black us. We matter to us. To them, we do not matter. And until that changes, change will not take place. We will not matter until until we make us matter to them. Black lives matter to us. Black wallets matter to them. Simple mathematics to me. If you don't care about my life, you don't get to get my business. Simple. I mean, but we all need to move in that way, in my opinion. We all need to move on that front, you know. So, just my thoughts, man. You know, I want us to make it. You know, I want to be able to bring my son up in an environment where I don't have to have certain conversations with him, and prepare him for it. If you feel like you're going to be in danger because a policeman pulls you over, type of deal. I don't want to have that talk, but it's up to us to prepare an environment for those conversations to not be necessary. Because right now, they're definitely I have to have kind of deal. You know, I have to have that talk with him as of right now. So that's my heart. That's my thoughts, man. And you know, if you don't agree, I understand. If you do agree, you know, great. But we need to do something after the protest, and it needs to be long term. Protests, we're not going to be out there 90 days from now unless another person get killed. You know, that's just reality. We're not going to be protesting every day. You know what I'm saying? We're not still protesting every day in mass, in numbers, in a lot of these places where, you know, innocent lives were lost. But if we collectively start to make it a habit of disciplining how we spend our money, that can last for a long time and that can benefit us, in my opinion. Shouts out to everybody that is making it their daily practice to fight for us, to be activists. You know, shouts out to Netta and D-Ray and Jesse Williams and the brothers, you know, that are making this their thing to do, and making it their business to fight on a daily basis. Anybody speaking out, I mean, even if it's not on a daily basis, if you're doing anything, shouts out to you. I just think we need to do the one thing that makes them move. You know, we need to do the one thing that has always proven to be effective, and that's affect their pockets. Thank you.